What's up, everybody? I'm Rob.
I'm Reshawn, and this is Learn, Hustle, Grow. If you are interested in all things money, marriage, and travel, this is the place for you.
Paris, the city of lights.
The city of love, romance.
The beautiful architecture.
The pastries and the lattes.
The history.
The language.
The love. But you can get jacked.
Faux show. Paris, France is a bucket list country for most people.
Yes.
Well, actually, major city, right? And it certainly was for us.
Yes.
We were so excited about the overall experience.
So we took a train from London, which was an amazing train. What was the train called? You remember?
That was Eurostar.
Eurostar. It looked like a plane. It had better seats, more space. You know, the USB plugins, everything. I think we got the upgraded seats, so it was really nice.
Yeah, we had the upgraded experience that actually included a meal. It was only like a 2-hour ride.
Yes.
It was so smooth.
Unfortunately, we got separated because of the way they allocated the seats, but it was okay.
A couple hours apart did not kill us.
No. But we got there to Paris, and then we had to find our transportation from the train to the hotel.
Now the train station in itself was magnificent. I think you'll see some of that in the overall Paris video.
Yeah. But we called Uber.
How many Ubers?
2 Ubers we called, and they are in no rush. I tell you that, in Paris.
Not only were they not in a rush, but they canceled on us.
Yeah, they canceled 2 times. And we were at a major pickup location, so I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, we were at Gare du Nord. That is the largest train station in Paris.
Yeah.
You think it might have been a language issue? Maybe that they saw that we were communicating in English, because there is a language barrier in France.
Right. But I did respond. I sent a message on the Uber app, and I got no response from either driver. But I've seen Uber give a translation, say, hey, this person's speaking in French, would you like to translate? So I don't think that should have been an issue. But
it happened to us twice.
Yeah, all in all, we did not take the Uber.
Right. We went back inside the train station. Yeah. And we sought out information. They had a huge information desk there. We just asked them, hey, we just told them this is where we're staying. What's the best way to reach our hotel? And
they told us by train.
Subway. To be exact.
Yes.
Guys.
So we went to go and said, oh, okay. We'll take the subway. We figured out how to get the card.
But before we go there, maybe we should talk about some of the other things we saw while we were there.
Okay.
You had to pay for the toilet in the subway.
Oh, Lord, yeah. There was a door, and there was a lady in that door, and then once you get past her, is men and women.
Public restroom in the subway station.
She's not outside the restroom. She's in the restroom, in like the foyer of the bathroom.
If you are watching this in the United States, it was similar to the ladies that are in the restroom when you go to the club. And back in the day, there was someone there to provide you with mints, a little freshener, maybe some deodorant. Yeah, they had a bathroom attendant.
But she was collecting
money.
Yeah, what was it, like?
Euros, right?
2 euros, 3 euros, something like that.
And that's another thing. We were not we actually prepared for it because we looked it up on our app. What's the app we use, babe?
Which one?
Currency app. I guess it is.
Yeah, it was just currency converter.
Yes. So if you're traveling, you want to make sure you load that app, because there was actually a different currency from London, England to Paris, France. Yeah. Maybe everybody knows that.
We did.
But yeah, we
Euro
used
to pound,
right,
euro.
Exactly.
But you live and learn as you travel, right? But yeah. So yeah, she tried to charge us, and we decided we didn't want to deal with that, so we just went to the.
We waited, didn't we? We waited till we got to the hotel.
We waited till we got, and we said we'll wait for the free one. So.
And this wasn't the first place we'd been charged to use the toilet. It happened in Ecuador as well. But I think we expected
this is a Western country, man.
Right, we expected certain things in South America and in countries that were less developed than what we actually saw in Europe, right? I mean,
moving on.
Yeah. Anyway. So all of this to say, now it was time for us to go down to the subway. We used the machine. We purchased a very little ticket, which stated that this was going to be how we were going to get through and actually access the subway. The entire time, by the way, we have our GoPro out.
Yeah.
We are, doing all that we can to capture this experience for you guys.
Right. And this time we traveled with 2 medium-sized roller bags. She had one. I had one. We both had a backpack, and then she had one extra carry-on type, large purse type carry-on, right?
Yeah. I decided to change up the carry-on because if you have a carry-on with wheels, in certain countries they grab that thing, they weigh it. If it's more than 7 kilograms, which is like 15 pounds, then you can't put it in the overhead.
Right.
Having experienced the fact that we had to pay additional $60 for a bag that should have been able to go in the overhead, we dumped the wheel bag and then we carried more of an overnight bag.
Right. So we go to the train. We get the tickets. We go to the train.
Down to the subway.
The subway. And we wait. And as the doors open, we see a crowd of people. A
lot of people coming off, and a lot of people standing there, but just standing very close to the doorway.
Yeah, so everybody's squeezing on, and everybody's standing near the door. There was a hole there. Now, one thing about the train or the subway in Paris is there is a gap. Not every place has this gap from the platform to the train, right?
Yes.
So there's a gap like this. That you have to step onto the train, then grab and pull your bag on.
Right.
Now, there was a very large guy standing in the doorway. And
as we came
on, and there was a gap next to him, but he was still standing in the doorway because everybody's crowded. Yeah. And we
weren't prepared for the gap because Rob actually had to pull my bag up as well, right? When we say medium-sized bag, if you guys have ever purchased a 3 set of luggage, then there's the carry-on, the bag in the middle, and then the largest bag. We never travel with the largest bag because it's really hard to keep that bag under the 50-pound weight requirement.
Right. So I grabbed my wife's bag, I put it on the train, and I'm still stepped across onto the platform. Yeah. She grabbed it, she rolls away. I go to grab my bag, I step onto the train.
The bag gets stuck in the wheel of the bag gets stuck actually between the platform and the door.
No, it was the door. It was the door.
The wheel went down first, and that's why the bag got caught in the door, right? Because I remember you trying to yank the wheel out.
All I know is the bag was in the door when by the time I did her bag and my bag was closed in the door. And they don't have those doors where they just bounce back open like an elevator in America where it just bounces back open.
They actually keep the doors open for a certain amount of time at the train station. You have that amount of time to get the bags on and get on. If you don't make it, then the doors just close.
Closed, and it closed on my bag. And so as I stepped on the train, I bumped into a guy, and my bag was stuck in the door. So as I'm trying to pull the bag into the door, I yank it in, and I'm good, I think.
Well, before we even get to the point where we're good, what happens is as he's pulling his bag through the door, we hear a crash. Some items fall to the ground. So we both look. This is before I had not gotten to my seat yet. We both look down and we see jewelry.
Yes.
There's someone has dropped gold chain.
Right.
Large chain.
Something that
a big
Jay-Z
large,
or LL Cool J
right,
would wear.
A big large cross, right?
Right.
So we see this. We look around, and as I roll away to go to my seat, this guy reaches down to pick up the chains. He steps back. Rob pulls himself, gathers himself at the door, puts his luggage to the side. We're like, we made it finally. As I sit in my seat, I look over. Because now I am facing the door. I look over and I see this large bald man looking through the glass, speaking to someone who is on the platform. He is communicating with his face. He is nodding. I know something has gone down here, but I don't know what. Rob and I are both fine. We are super excited to be in Paris.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, that was strange, but whatever.
Yep. So the train gets to our destination, and
one train to the hotel. We didn't
Yeah.
even have to switch over.
it was really, really nice. We come out of the subway, and our hotel is like, wow, less than a block away.
Now, when he says it's nice, he means it's nice that it's so quick and easy to get there. But that train was hot. You remember how
Yes,
warm it was?
It was hot. It was
There
hot.
is no AC on the subway
Right.
in Paris. This is
And-
not Eurostar.
And you have to, and you definitely have to fight to get on there because there's crowds and crowds of people.
Right.
Every stop. We try to even let one go by and get on to the next one at some point, and it's just, the crowd just grows again, and you have to force your way on.
And the more you travel internationally, the more you recognize that, we all have different experiences or different cultural understandings as it pertains to hygiene.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it. Your senses will be awakened.
And personal space. There is no personal space in some countries, but that's another story.
Anyway, we get to the hotel.
Yep.
We actually upgraded because of our loyalty points at the hotel.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
It's a beautiful room. Beautiful
Oh
room.
man.
Check out the video. You got to see the room
Yeah.
because I'm gonna add it in there. But
Yeah.
it's very, very small rooms in Paris, and this one was much bigger than we
Yes.
expected.
They gave us a suite, so it actually had enough space for a sofa.
Yeah.
We had a large bathroom.
That's from just traveling so much. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, wait a minute. What about the view, babe? Tell them about that.
Oh, we had a view of the Eiffel Tower.
From our balcony.
It was small, but it was there.
Yes, from the balcony.
But we had a balcony too, which every night you could see that thing turn golden, and it was
lovely.
great. Yeah,
Lovely.
So
we are in the room. We are making the video that we're going to share on an IG story about the room. We
Yeah.
are hyped. Next thing you know,
I get a text message.
from dun 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 dun.
Chase. They said, "Hey, Rob Lee, are you trying to charge $22.22
Euros.
on your in Paris, France right now?" And I'm like, "What? No." They said,
And
if-
he looks at me and says, "Babe, are you charging anything?" I'm like,
Right.
"No, we haven't purchased anything since we've been in Paris.
They're like, "If no,
We just got here."
type no. If yes, type yes." I typed no, of course. Then I look and
We get another notice.
Yep, from another card, and it's like $3,000 or 3,000 euros, and that's another Chase card.
Yeah, they were going big, guys.
Yeah. I had 2 Chase cards in my wallet, and then next thing you know, we went to go look it up, and sure enough, I'm sorry. I looked down, and my zipper on my cargo pants is unzipped.
Yes.
Did not notice until
Yes.
just that moment.
So what you guys have gathered by this time is that on the train,
Yes.
in the subway of Paris, France, the city of light and love, we got jacked. So you can imagine our dismay at this moment. All of the excitement and enthusiasm about our beautiful room,
Yeah.
all the energy has just gone out of us.
We were terrified, yeah.
Now we need to call the credit card companies.
Yeah.
But I will say one thing that we learned actually from our very first trip, babe, splitting our credit cards.
Yes. So what we do is she had 2 credit cards, I had 2 credit cards, and we keep them there from separate accounts just in case anything like this ever goes down.
Yeah.
So even though they got my wallet, my credit cards, and of course my license, then we still were not affected by our spending cards because my wife had 2 separate cards.
Right. So we keep our passports separate, of
Yep.
course. We keep those packed away in our bags. And I always keep my credit cards in the backpack that is on my person.
I will not be carrying anything in my pockets anymore.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Probably
have to-
cargo pants were, a little too loose in
Yeah.
order to actually feel it. So that
Yeah.
may have been one of the things. So a lesson learned.
Yep. And we thought we were good because this is not the first incident. We had an incident where someone, where was it? Argentina. We were going to Argentina. We
In
don't-
the Dallas International Airport, somebody used a card reader.
Yeah.
Or one of those piece of electronic equipment to grab one of our credit
Right.
card numbers on the way to Buenos Aires.
Right.
Buenos Aires. And that was our very first trip on this journey.
So we went to RFID wallets, and we thought we were good.
Yeah.
But we just didn't anticipate actually getting the wallet stolen off of us.
So we'll reiterate a couple of tips for you. One, you need an RFID wallet in order to keep them from taking your number.
Mm-hmm.
Two, if you are traveling together, split your credit card so that if they get some of them, at least you can continue your travel because they don't have everything.
Right.
When you call your credit card company, they have to cut those credit cards off immediately and send you a new one.
Right.
But they're going to send that new card to your home address, and if you're not ready to go home, you could be screwed.
Yes.
So it did definitely work out that he had a couple and I had a couple.
Yes.
And then also the cargo pants. Carry your credit cards on your person in your backpack or
somewhere
something
deep.
Somewhere of that nature where they really have to get involved in your physical space a lot more in order to get the cards off of you without actually assaulting you.
Indeed. In the end, not only did they get 2 credit cards, they also got our Charles Schwab debit card, and they did get $300 from that, which we were reimbursed for.
Right, and not in cash, right? Because they didn't have our PIN.
Yeah, they had to charge something.
What they did was they spent just under $300, and they were able to get some merchandise before we stopped them.
Yeah, but we called that in with the other 2 credit cards, and they didn't get much. And no sweat off our back. Charles Schwab, they hooked it up, being that they have international coverage and all that.
Yeah, so they reimbursed us 100% for those purchases. And the moral of the story is just be aware of your surroundings and the possibility.
Yep. Carry nothing in your pockets if possible.
Right.
I think that's what I'm going to start doing from now on. Nothing in my pockets. Maybe I'll put a note in there to say something pretty mean, but I'm not going to say it on camera.
We did actually meet some travelers later, and this guy pulled a wallet out of his pants.
Yes.
That was interesting, right?
Right. It was somehow, I'm not sure what he had it connected to.
It was weird because it was just kind of attached to the inside.
Oh, I think it was on his belt loop. It was on his belt loop, but then the wallet tucks inside of his pants.
Yes, not in a pocket, but actually
in
inside.
His pants.
Yeah.
So they would have to pull it out of his pants and
get
break
it
it
away
off the belt
from the belt buckle. Yeah.
Yeah, belt loop. So I'm not sure if that was RFID. If I could get one of those that's RFID and that,
maybe that's the way to go.
That'd be the way to go.
But it's big city travel, so you know there are going to be some risks.
Yeah.
And Rob and I tried to take advantage of the local experiences like the subway. And after attempting the Uber and having that fail on us twice, this seemed to make perfect sense.
And the Ubers are super expensive because we ended up taking one from the hotel to the airport, and that was what? That was like...
We actually didn't. We took an Uber back from the end of our night tour back to our hotel. Remember, babe?
Okay, yeah.
So we actually, we decided that we wanted to get right back on the horse, and we took the train to the airport again.
Yeah, but it's dirt cheap compared to the Ubers.
Yeah.
The Ubers, they're running somewhere between $30 and $50 depending on where you're going.
Yeah, we spent like $25 on a 10-minute ride.
Right, and the train is how much?
It had been 23 euros total for both of us to get from our hotel to our airport to the airport, and we had to change trains.
Okay.
And that, by the way, is a very long ride.
Yeah, it was like 45 minutes.
It might save you some money, but you're gonna spend some time. So that was not the best impression that we had of Paris. But we thought we needed to share it with you guys to at least make you aware of that experience of getting on the train. First of all, when they see you coming with luggage, they know you're a traveler. They may not know you're a tourist, but they know you're a traveler.
Yep.
Second of all, when those wheels go down into that gap, then they have that time to get you while you're struggling.
Right.
Right? And they're a two-man team.
Yes.
What did our tour guide tell us the next day, babe?
The next day, he said, we did a walking tour, free walking tour, by the way. Awesome. And he said, FYI, guys, you're in Paris, and this is the Mecca of pickpocketing.
Yeah. He actually used to be a tour guide in Rome, and he said both Rome and Paris
are the meccas of pickpocketing, and he's seen so many people lose their wallets and money or whatever. And he said,
by this time it was already too late for us.
Yes, we heard that the next day.
We had been welcomed to Paris.
Yep. So there you have it.
That's how we got robbed in Paris, France. minutes.
Well, guys, we hope this helps somebody out there.
Thanks for stopping by.
Until next time,
This is Learn, Hustle, Grow.